Up today, but before you start counting, I want to ask you a question. Why in the world do we count? Think about it in your brain for just a minute. Why do we count? Try to tell your partner.
That's how we get right. It makes it better.
Come back to me. All right. Come back to me. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. 4, 5, 6 are eyes on fixed. What'd you say?
I think it's to make us smarter.
He thinks to make us smarter. But why? Why do we need to get smart? Why do we need to get smart?
So we can learn that.
But I want you to think about why, okay? I want you to look at these pictures for just a second. Think about this construction worker. Why does he need to know how to count? Think about it in your brain. Turn and tell your partner.
So he needs to know the numbers on the engine.
Oh, now come back to me. Okay, so why does he need to know how to count? Yes, sir.
Because he needs to know how much inches.
Maybe to measure something? What's another reason he might need to know how to count? Yes, ma'am.
Because he might have to hammer, and he might have to saw, and he doesn't know if he didn't do it, he didn't know how far or how.
Okay. Look here. Look at this doctor. Think about why this doctor needs to know how to count. What do you think?
Make people feel better, like if he needs to count something out, like the fever or
Oh, the thermometer. Do they ever have to check your temperature?
something.
And know, what if he didn't know how to count to know if you had a fever or not?
Then he wouldn't know what's your temperature.
You're exactly right. Look at this picture of a chef. Think about why he needs to know how to count. What do you think?
So if he had some food and the customer wanted like 5 pieces of food and he accidentally put 10 of them, then he needs to know how to count, because if he put too much on them, then and the customer didn't want that much.
He's got to count how much food he's going to give you. Guys, so we just talked about 3 people that need to know how to count. But I want to know, why do you need to know how to count? Think about it. Why do you need to know how to count? Turn and talk to your partner.
So he can know
Okay, come back to me. What do you think? Why do you need to know how to count? What do you think?
So, you know how much you can run?
Maybe that would be something. But guys, when you get out of school one day, what are you all going to hope to have?
A lot of money.
Oh, you want to have money? Well, you're going to have a job to have money. And any job, listen, this is important.
A chef.
Any job that you ever have, you're going to have to count. It is something you're going to have to do the rest of your life. Okay? So, I want to show you something. By the end of 2nd grade, by when? The end of 2nd grade, I want you to look at one of my targets for you guys. It says, count within 1,000, skip count by 5s, 10s, and 100s. Do I expect you to do that today?
No,
we're not there yet. But today we're going to practice.
Me too, I can.
Ready? Are you ready? We're going to practice counting, so by the end of the year you can count to 1,000, okay? So when you get your items to count, the first thing that I want you to do... Oh, I'll wait till you're done talking. You're done? Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do when you get with your partner is, when you get your bag of items, you've got to make a plan. Because good mathematicians, are you ready? You ready? Good mathematicians make a plan when they're doing math. In order to make sense of problems and solve them, you have to make a plan. So today you've got to make a plan about how you're going to count. What are you going to count by? How are you going to organize it? Make a plan. What do good mathematicians do?
Make a plan.
Okay. The next thing that you're going to do is, I've got all kinds of tools that you can use to help you count today. I've got bowls to help you organize your stuff. I've got tin frames. I've got cupcake holders and cups and little cups and rubber bands and plates. Okay? Stay seated. You'll get to come over here. Okay? So, but listen. Okay? So, you've got to make a plan with your partner about the type of tools you're going to use. Okay? Can you do that for me?
Yes.
So you can't go over there and grab one of each tool. You've got to decide with your partner, we're going to get this tool because, and choose that tool. Now when you go over there, get how many you think you're going to need. And then if you need to go back and get more, you can. But I don't want you to grab the whole stack because then somebody else wouldn't get to use them too. Does that sound good?
Yes.
So after that, you're going to have a recording sheet. And I need you to draw to show how you counted. Can you do that after you finish counting today?
What do you mean by kind of draw? Do you mean like the equation or something?
You could, or draw a picture to show how you counted your stuff. Could you do that? Draw a picture, okay? So I need you, here's what I need you to do. I don't know all of your names yet, and I hope to get to learn them, okay? But as soon as you get your recording sheet, I need you to write your name and your partner's name. Can you do that for me? Okay, so let me get you partnered off. Okay, so you said you're putting some in here, some in here, some in here. How many are in here?
I'll just count out and then I'll go get them the stack.
You know how many are in there? You're going to figure it out at the end? Okay. Well, y'all keep up. I'll come back, okay? Riley and Parker. Can you tell me what your plan is? Why did you choose to count by 10?
To have a bigger number, and you don't have to count by one. Because if you count by one, it's going to take for a long time.
So you think it's easier to count by 10s, maybe more efficient to count by 10s? Okay, so I'll come back to you guys, and don't forget when you finish to record what you did, okay? All right. Keep going.
You know what?
Casey. Who else is over here?
Casey, Braxton, and we need one more copy.
Can y'all tell me what your plan is?
We're trying to either. We're trying to organize a letter.
We're both talking at the same time. I'm going to let him talk first, and then I'll let you talk, okay?
Organize the letters, or just put the first letters of our name and one cup, and then start, and then just
Put him down. Put him down. Put him down. Okay, so he said that y'all are organizing by letter, and then you're putting them in a cup. Is that what you're doing? Well, hands off. Be good listeners during math, okay?
We're gonna put 10 different letters in each cup, I guess. We're gonna put different. You're gonna put letters in each cup. We're not gonna put the same letters in each cup.
Okay, so I'm hearing two different things. So hands up. His plan is that he wanted to put the same letter in each cup. You said you want to put 10 letters in each cup and they don't have to be the same. So we already do not have the same plan. Remember, good mathematicians work together. That's something that's very important. So what did you want your plan to be?
I want to agree with Casey. Yeah, he agrees with me.
Okay, so can I ask you a question? What was our target today? What do we want to know?
We want to know how many there are.
We want to know how many there are, hands off. We want to know how many there are. So you two feel like it would be better to organize by letter. You feel like it would be better to organize by 10. Which one is going to be a better way or a better strategy to find out how many?
Yeah, but our way is kind of easy. I mean, there's no way to have it because they're all out.
So you feel like her way would be faster? Can you explain why? I want y'all to listen. Why do you feel like it would be
Instead of
faster?
finding all of these, we put them so you just take some and just drop it in instead of just finding them. And just keep on finding the same thing and putting it in.
You think it would take too long?
It doesn't matter, but if it takes long, it takes long.
But in math, what kind of mathematicians do we want to be? What do you guys?
Slow. Take your time and see what that is.
You want to be slow? Okay. All right. Well, y'all come to an agreement of how you're going to count, okay?
What if it's not like Casey said, can we figure it out?
Okay. first you were going to count by twos and then you changed it. Why did you think it was better to count by tens?
Because if we count by twos, it would kind of mess us up a little bit. When you put them in cups by groups of twos.
So you're kind of messing up. So you thought tens is better. Can you show me? Can you count for me to tell how many there is?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 63.
Can I tell you guys something real fast? I want to brag on y'all because I love the way that, can you look at me for a minute? I love the way that you two are working together, okay? High five. I love just now that y'all agree. You started out by wanting to count by twos, and then you said, oh, we're going to count by tens, and even when you counted just now, both of your hands were touching the same cups because you were working together. That is some really, really good mathematical practice. Good job, okay? What's your rank?
89.
Good job. Okay, are you ready to draw a picture? Okay. Draw a picture. How'd it go, guys? What do you have in each? 5. Okay, can you count to find the total for me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
61. Can you count to find the total for me? I want you to count this time.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
Where do you put
60, 60.
Okay, great job. Can you draw a picture to show how you counted? You're done with that part, but did you draw your picture on your recording sheet yet? You need to do that now, okay? Hey, how's it going?
We had got a whole mix up here because both of them
Want to do those, so.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing now?
We were jumping the tent. These little ones into the bigger things.
Why? Why have you changed your plan?
Well, we weren't the ones.
And we're putting our plans together.
Okay, so I like
Whatever we're doing, it's going.
Okay, so what are you putting in each bowl now?
10.
Okay, keep going.
What about these? Count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92.
Guys, can I tell you something? Well, first of all, let me back up before I tell you anything. Let's sit still for just a minute. Hey, did y'all meet your target today? What did you finally were able to do?
We were able to score by 10.
So can I ask you a question? Did it help you to find the totals?
Yes.
Did you feel like we were able to count them quickly just now?
Yes.
Do you feel like the strategy was efficient?
Yes.
You do? Can I tell you something that I really like that you guys did? I want you to look at me. Hands in your lap. Hands in your lap. Something that I really liked that I saw that you guys did was you all had a different plan of how you wanted to solve this. You wanted to sort by letter, you wanted to sort by tens, and you were kind of in the middle, right? You kind of saw both ways. But here's what I like that you did. Y'all were being good listeners. Even though you didn't agree, I really appreciate that you were listening to each other, and you let him try that, and then you let her try this. Good teamwork, okay? Because it's not always going to be the way you want it to be, but y'all showed some really good. So remember at the beginning when I was telling you guys about my instructions for you, remember how I challenged you and your partner, and I said that I wanted you to make a plan, didn't I? About how you were going to solve the problem. And so together, you guys decided how you were going to count, and you decided what tools you were going to use, right? I was looking for that the whole time you guys were counting. Okay? And I wanted to share about these three right here. I wanted them to be able to share their process for you, because sometimes in math, do you disagree with somebody else? Absolutely. But what impressed me so much about them was they all disagreed at the beginning, but they listened to each other and they worked together and came to an agreement at the end. Okay? So I want them to be able to share their thinking and their process of it. You ready? And then think, did some of you kind of go through this and think about their strategy that they used and was it efficient? Okay? All right, can you share what your plan was at the beginning?
My plan was grab the first letter in your name and put it in each little cup.
Mm-hmm. So they wanted to sort these in the beginning by letter. Does that make sense? They were going to put the same letters in one cup. Does that make sense? Okay, do you feel like that was something, did you try to do something like that with sorting?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought, okay, maybe some others tried that. But then she disagreed. Okay? Let her share what she was thinking.
Then I wanted to put all the letters in different cups in tens because if we did them in the same letters, that would be slow, so we had to work it out. Then I figured out with that plan and I told them, but then Casey disagreed.
Okay, so she said, I think it's going to be too slow to sort them by letters. I want to sort them by tens. And so then, after a while, y'all came to an agreement, right? Can you count out loud together like we tried earlier to show the total that you have? Can you do it?
10,
You want to start here? Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92.
Okay, so you can see there was 2. Do I have any B2s? Did anybody else use the same strategy?
I know, so we can.
Did anybody use a different strategy? Did anybody count differently? I think some did. Who had the envelopes? How did you all count? You counted by 5s. Did anybody feel like this helped them to see that this could be a fast way to count?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Okay, so great job. They used great teamwork today. High five. You all did fantastic on working together and using teamwork and coming up with a plan. That is something that is so important with math. Okay, kiss your brains earlier.
That's okay.
Was it okay? Well, what if I give you something else to try to count today? Okay? Here's some marbles for you, okay?
They're very flat.
So, can I ask y'all a question? Earlier when y'all were counting, I saw that y'all were having a hard time finding the total, okay? Do you feel like your plan that you originally made worked? Do you feel like you could try to come up with a new plan of how you could count these marbles? What could you do? How would you want to count these marbles?
I really want to count by 5s.
Maybe by 5s?
Or maybe 10.
Okay. So which one do y'all want to do?
10. I want to do 5s. I say 10s.
All right. Well, y'all got to come up with an agreement. Which one?
Oh my goodness, like.
Would either one, look at me, would either one be a better strategy than what your plan was before? Why is counting by 5s or 10 going to be better?
Because you're gonna eat, like, they're gonna go out of the same thing, but you're starting with a different one, like 5 and 10. It's gonna go in the same order, but the first one is gonna be different.
Because the same amount is in each group. Okay, so go ahead and get started.
How about we do 3 on the top and then 3 on the bottom? How about we both get 3? Yeah. Yeah. Then we can put 5 in each one.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 5.
Here, you want to get some too? How many are you putting? What is your plan again? I'm trying to
I'm
remember.
gonna count like 5s.
Okay, so what are you putting in here?
I'm gonna go 5, 10.
So you're putting 5 in here. Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Can I ask you a question? How many is this? How much is that? How many marbles is this? 1. How many marbles is this?
2,
How about this?
3,
Okay.
4, 5.
Okay. So how many is in here?
5.
5. Okay. You want to keep going? much is this? 1.
40.
You need some more? Okay. Can you keep grouping them for me for just a minute? Okay. I want to ask you a question. Can you keep grouping them? Okay. All right. So I want to know how much there is in here. How many total marbles is that?
10, because 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Oh, yeah. There is 10. You're right. How many is this?
Because,
You keep going. You're fine. I don't know. Do you want to count? How many was this?
5, 5,
So 5 and 5 is what?
10,
Okay.
5,
So you said 10 and 5 more. So can we skip? Can we count again? How many?
5.
This one's broke.
5, 10.
Oh, these are broke. These are very, very broke.
Come here. Count
These are
again.
all broke. Oh, I still have to use them.
Okay. So keep helping her, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now we have to find the total. Can I ask you a question though? Do you feel like this is going to be an easier way to count than y'all were doing before?
Because I was trying to count by ones, and she was trying to count by. What were you trying to count by?
I was trying to count by ones too.
We were supposed to try. We were trying to count by ones, but then she kept on coming up with different stuff, and I kept on coming with different stuff.
Sometimes it gets confusing.
We disagreed, and we didn't know what to do, and so we just counted by ones. And then she counted a lot, and then I counted a few, and then she came up with an idea, but I disagreed with it.
Okay. Well, we're going to go really slow when we count this, okay? You ready? So how much is this?
5.
5. Think it. When I snap, I want you to say it. Ready?
10.
Okay, think it. Think.
15.
Okay, think it.
20.
Think it.
25.
Okay. Y'all keep going.
30. 35. 40. 45. 50. 55. 60. 61. 62.
Girls, outstanding job. That was really good. So tell me about your new plan. Did you like your new plan?
Yeah.
Much better.
And we didn't disagree with each other this time.
And earlier, remember in your other plan, you had different amounts in each cup? Do you remember
That's
that? Can you
I-
listen?
I thought we had 6 in all, but then I got carried away with counting, and then I started putting them in different numbers.
So it was kind of hard when you had different amounts. Did you keep losing count? Wow. So what's something that you learned today that helps you count? What did you learn?
You should always put the same exact number in the same exact cup.
Does that help to have the same amount in each cup? Do you think you could try that next
You
time?
can solve a problem if you disagree with somebody.
That's true too. That's a great thing to learn. It's a great thing to learn. High five, girls. I'm really proud of you guys. Okay? You may go. It's good to meet y'all.